Welcome back. Influence decoders. Have you ever scrolled through your feed
Mm.
and felt kind of like you were in a hall of mirrors, you
Yeah.
know, seeing like increasingly extreme content or one-sided stuff?
It can definitely feel that way sometimes.
Yeah, like your online world is just warping around you.
Yeah. And you're right to be concerned.
So today we're going deep on a phenomenon called echo weavers. I've got our expert here to help us unpack it. All this weird stuff.
Thanks for having me.
So what are echo weavers? Is this like some secret society of internet puppet masters?
It can definitely feel that way, right? But Echo Weavers isn't about some sinister group pulling strings. It's more of a system, I guess you could
The
say.
system.
Yeah, a combination of algorithms, troll farms, and platforms all designed to maximize engagement, sometimes at the expense of balanced information.
Hmm. So less about human puppet masters and more about systems designed to keep us hooked, like those outrage-fueled news channels.
Exactly. Think of it like that, but online.
Gotcha.
Let me give you an example. Back in 2016, Facebook introduced the Angry React button. Remember that? Posts that triggered anger got 5 times more shares than other posts.
5 times.
That's the platform incentivizing outrage, intentionally or not.
So they're basically rewarding us for getting riled up.
Yeah, essentially. But it goes beyond just anger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. These echo weavers tap into all sorts of existing fears and anxieties, tailoring content to confirm your biases.
To confirm your biases. So what does that even look like?
Well, whether it's about politics, immigration, or even something like which coffee is best, they're creating a custom echo chamber just for you.
A custom-designed echo chamber. That's a little creepy. But is it really causing harm? I mean, it's just social media, right?
Unfortunately, it's not just annoying posts. It has real-world consequences.
Real-world consequences.
Look at Myanmar. Facebook's algorithms amplified anti-Rohingya hate speech,
Oh, wow.
contributing to a horrific genocide.
That's awful.
The platform prioritized engagement over ethical considerations, and the results were tragic.
That's a stark example.
Yeah.
But it feels so far removed.
Yeah.
Anything closer to home.
Well, think about the rise of QAnon right here in the
Oh,
U.S.
QAnon, yeah.
Research has shown that a handful of accounts were responsible for the majority of early Q content.
So just a few people.
Yeah, and those algorithms artificially inflated the reach of these harmful ideologies.
Wow.
And we saw how that led to violence and distrust in our institutions.
So algorithms are like accelerants, fanning the flames. It's unsettling to think that those algorithms are manipulating our behavior, even if we don't realize it. What makes these tactics so effective? Like, why do we fall for it?
Well, it comes down to our psychology. Echo weavers exploit our vulnerabilities. In very subtle ways, they use those same dopamine-driven feedback loops as slot machines,
Like slot machines.
giving you a rush of validation every time you refresh and see something that confirms your beliefs.
So you get hooked on that feeling.
Right. And you crave more.
That explains why I can't seem to put my phone down sometimes.
Exactly. And then there's this concept called negative adjacency.
Negative adjacency.
They pair harmful content with something calming or enjoyable, like cat videos or those feel-good stories.
Wait, are you saying they're using cute kittens to sneak in extremist propaganda?
It's a way to lower your guard. When you're relaxed and feeling good, you're less likely to question the information that follows. It's subtle.
Devious.
It often flies under the radar.
So they're preying us on a subconscious level.
Mm.
But it gets even creepier than that, right?
It does.
Yeah.
The most unnerving part is that these systems are constantly learning from your behavior.
Learning.
Every click, like, and share is data that helps them tailor content to radicalize you over time.
So the more we engage, the better they get at manipulating us. It feels like a vicious cycle with no escape. Can we do anything to resist this?
Yeah.
Or are we just stuck?
Well, it's not hopeless. Opting out entirely is tough in our hyper-connected world, but we're not powerless.
Okay, so what can we do? We've got to be able to do something.
We can develop what I call feed fluency.
Feed fluency. Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. Is that like learning a new language? But for our online feeds.
Kind of. Think of it as a 3-step process to disrupt those echo chambers and regain control of your information diet.
Right. Influence decoders. Take notes. What's step 1?
Step 1 is to actively seek out diverse perspectives.
Diverse perspectives.
Follow accounts that challenge your viewpoints.
So even if I don't agree with them.
Even those that make you a little uncomfortable.
Okay.
If you're always surrounded by people who agree with you, you're only getting half the story.
So if I tend to gravitate towards articles about climate change, I should also seek out some that present alternative views. even if I don't agree with them.
Exactly. It's not about changing your beliefs. It's about broadening your understanding. You might even learn something new
Great.
or find common ground you didn't expect. Step two might sound a bit counterintuitive, but it's about engaging wrong,
Engaging wrong? I'm not sure I follow you.
like, or interact with posts you disagree with.
Oh, so like mess with the algorithm.
Confuse the algorithm, disrupt its perception of your preferences.
So if I see a post that makes me want to rant in the comments, I should just like it and move on. I see how that might mess with the system. It's like a little act of digital rebellion.
Right. It might feel strange at first, but it's a way to throw a wrench in the gears.
Love it. What's step 3?
Step three is a bit more futuristic. It involves tools that help us see through the manipulation.
Ooh, tools.
Imagine a browser extension called Feed X-ray.
Feed X-ray.
That highlights bot accounts, identifies rage bait keywords, and reveals the hidden agendas behind viral posts.
That would be amazing. Like having X-ray vision for the internet, seeing the puppet strings.
Exactly. These tactics aren't about censorship or silencing dissent. They're about reclaiming agency and training the algorithms to provide a more balanced information diet.
So it's not about creating an online safe space where everyone agrees. It's about creating a space where we can have healthy debates and engage with different perspectives without being manipulated.
Precisely. It's about taking back control of our own minds and making informed decisions. Speaking of taking back control, did you hear about our listener, Sarah?
Oh, tell me about Sarah.
She used feed fluency to help her mother, who had fallen deep into the QAnon rabbit hole.
Oh, no.
Sarah started subtly liking gardening posts on her mom's phone.
Gardening posts.
And within weeks, the algorithm shifted its recommendations.
So she reprogrammed her mom's algorithm with gardening. That's amazing.
It shows the power of individual action in disrupting the echo weaver effect. Even small changes can make a difference. But individual action is only part of the solution. We need to demand more accountability from the platforms themselves.
You're right. They have a responsibility to design their algorithms in a way that prioritizes truth and fairness over engagement and profit. But while we're waiting for that to happen, what else can we do?
Something as simple as talking to people who hold different views can be incredibly powerful.
Easier said than done in today's polarized climate. But I see your point. Breaking out of our own echo chambers and having those difficult conversations is crucial.
And when you do engage, focus on listening and understanding, not just arguing to win. Look for common ground, even if you disagree on the specifics.
It's about building bridges instead of walls, showing empathy and respect,
Yeah.
even when it's hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember, it's okay to agree to disagree. Not every conversation needs a resolution. Sometimes just having the conversation is a step in the right direction.
Right. It's about expanding our understanding and creating a more tolerant and nuanced public discourse. But how do we navigate this flood of information? It's hard to know what to trust.
That's where critical thinking comes in. You need to become a more discerning consumer of information.
Okay.
Question your sources, check for biases, and look for evidence. Don't just believe everything you see online, even if it's shared by someone you trust.
It's like that old saying, if your mama says she loves you, check it out.
Exactly. Popularity doesn't equal accuracy. Remember, echo weavers are experts at making things go viral, even if they're misleading or false. So do your due diligence, fact check before you share. Be a digital detective.
So it's not just about being critical of the content itself, but also about the source and the context. It's a lot to keep in mind.
And don't forget about your own biases. We all have them, and they can color our perception of information. Try to be objective. Consider different viewpoints, and be open to changing your mind if the evidence warrants it.
That's a tough one. It's hard to admit when we're wrong, especially about something we feel strongly about.
It is, but it's essential for growth and learning. The more we challenge our assumptions and biases, the more open we become to new information and perspectives.
It's like that saying, the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open.
I love that. And remember, it's not just about consuming information critically, but also about producing it responsibly. Think about the impact your words might have on others. Is it accurate? Is it fair? Is it helpful?
It's like that golden rule of social media. Treat others as you would want to be treated.
Exactly. Even with good intentions, misinformation can spread quickly and have unintended consequences. Be mindful of what you share and strive to be a force for good in the online world.
All of this is great advice, but sometimes it feels like we're fighting a losing battle. The internet is overflowing with misinformation, and these echo weavers seem to be getting more sophisticated every day. Is there any hope of winning this war against online manipulation?
I get it. It can be overwhelming. But I truly believe that we can create a more informed, equitable, and resilient online world if we work together. You know, It starts with education and awareness. The more people understand these tactics, the better equipped they'll be to resist them.
So it's not just about like fighting the bad guys,
Yeah.
but also like promoting the good stuff.
Exactly. We need to support those who are fighting for a better internet. Donate to fact-checking sites, follow journalists who are exposing misinformation, and amplify voices of reason and moderation. We need to be the change we want to see.
Like being digital gardeners, tending to a healthy online ecosystem.
I like that analogy. And it's not just about us either. We have a responsibility to teach future generations how to navigate this world safely and responsibly.
So passing on those critical thinking skills and digital citizenship.
Precisely. It's a responsibility we should all take seriously. At the end of the day, you are not powerless. You have the power to choose what you believe, how you engage, and what information you consume and share.
It's a powerful reminder that we're not just like passive consumers, but active participants in shaping the online world. We've been given the tools. Now it's up to us to use them.
Every click, every share makes a difference.
Well said. Influence decoders. Remember, you have the power to break free from those echo chambers and create a more informed and equitable online world. It starts with you.
We're a community united in our mission to expose manipulation, promote truth, and build a better internet.
And we want to hear from you. What are some of the most manipulative or toxic posts you've seen? Screenshot them, tag us on social media, and let's break down those tactics together.
We can expose those hidden agendas and help you develop your feed fluency.
Think of it as a digital detox for your mind, clearing out the noise and focusing on what matters.
And maybe we'll even inspire those platform engineers to, actually prioritize truth over engagement.
A podcast host can dream, right? But in all seriousness, we believe change is possible, and it starts with us.
We have the power to create a better internet. One click, one like, one share at a time.
That's it for this deep dive, Influence Decoders. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to leave us a comment with your suggestions for future topics. We love hearing from you.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay vigilant.
And remember, the truth is out there. We just have to work together to find it.